All right, welcome back to Modern Day MMA. This is your host, Chris Meyer, and with me, as always, is the co host on the other side of the screen there, Kael Meyer. This week, we're going to be recapping UFC 265. We saw Cyril Gane have a completely dominant victory over Derek Lewis, basically. Jose Aldo returned to vintage form against a Pedro Munhoz. Vincente Luque looked really good against Michael Chiesa. Did you end up catching the prelims this week, Kael, or are we going main card only?
Casual Kale. No, I started watching with Jessica Penne and Carolina Kowalkiewicz.
Okay.
Kowalkiewicz.
Did you see the Manel Cape versus Ode Osborne?
I went back and rewatched it because I had picked Ode Osborne, so that was not good for me. But yeah,
Man,
that
Cape
was
he fucking killed him.
yeah, yeah, it was a pretty devastating KO.
He was in trouble early though.
Yeah, yeah, not good for my picks, but he was gonna get me some money. I picked like every underdog, and I think I got 2 out of 6 or 3 out of 6. I don't know. It's trash though.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, not good at all. So yeah, that was a good knockout. Um, so is Carolina? Should she be? Should she retire? Should she give
Well, I
up?
mean, she should probably get cut. I mean, if I was
Yeah.
doing the roster, maybe, but yeah, I don't know. It's
Oh,
hard to. I mean, she's lost 5 in a row. I mean,
5 in a row. Fuck.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you
Or
got to
did
go
she?
back to 2018.
Yeah, that's.
That's a while ago. That's pre-COVID. That's
That sucks. Her
pre-COVID. That's
record
the
was
year
12.
before pre-COVID.
Her record was 12-7 now, and it was 12-2.
She's 35, getting older.
So yeah, probably not going to get any better.
No, no. And you're on a 5-fight skid. It might be time to cut her, or at least tell her, hey, you're cut if you lose your next fight. I don't know, but I wonder what she had to say about the loss.
Yeah, who knows? I mean,
Who knows?
yeah, that wasn't exactly a fight that was really on my watch list, honestly. I mean,
Yeah,
they're combined like 1-9 in their last 10. Pretty thin division.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, who else on the prelims?
Rafael Fiziev versus Bobby Green.
Yeah, that was that was a good fight, man. Bobby Green did better than I thought he was gonna do.
Bobby Green always fights to the level of his competition.
Yeah, but just slightly under, unfortunately.
I mean, he outstruck Fiziev according to the fight statistics by like 40 strikes.
40?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I did not see that. I'd have to rewatch it, I guess.
I
I
gave
thought
Bobby
physique.
Green. I gave Fiziev round 1 and 2, and then I gave Bobby Green round 3.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what I remember thinking. And one of the judges gave Bobby Green, or sorry, gave Raphael all 3 rounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's disgusting. You should get shot.
Yeah, Bobby Green definitely won that third round. I mean, Fiziev was throwing some leg kicks and he was still in there, right? He was aggressive and stuff. But Bobby Green, man, I mean, I almost picked him um, in the in the last podcast. I almost did because he's always game and he's always there. He's got a really good chin and cardio. I knew he was going to be there. He just sometimes he doesn't show the urgency, and he really seemed to
Well, it's
show
tough
some.
when you're fighting a guy like fucking Fiziev, man.
Yeah,
It seemed like Fiziev's punches or strikes just weren't doing a whole lot to Bobby. You know?
I think
Did you?
Bobby Green's fucking tough.
I think he is tough. I thought Fiziev was gonna really kind of melt him with his shots, but he just, I don't know. But you know what? It was a good fight and a good test for Fiziev because he just throws so much power into every punch that you kind of think, well, maybe he's going to gas, a third round, whatnot. But he held on. He didn't gas out, but he was getting tired. So maybe he'll be a little more of a slow starter next fight, or a little more calculated. Who knows? But
I
I
mean,
like watching that guy fight.
he did throw a couple hundred strikes.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I
So
think he was in pretty good condition.
yeah. How
I,
crazy is it that neither one of those guys are ranked?
yeah, no doubt, eh? UFC is just getting so high level. You don't even have to be in the top 15 for some divisions for it to be a damn good fight, or for it to be a high level fight.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
there's
Fazeev
just
is yeah.
he's
How
probably going to
is
break in now. No,
well, no, I mean the rankings. I think they get updated today and
huh.
or maybe Tuesday. I don't know. I mean, he didn't beat a guy that was ranked though, right?
Yeah,
Because Bobby Green wasn't ranked. I'd like to see. I wish they did rankings to 25.
yeah, they should up it to at least 20. You know,
Yeah.
like the
I think it's because I mean they literally couldn't do that in some divisions. Probably. I mean, I guess they could, but
it wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't look good.
yeah. I mean, heavyweight. Who's ranked 20th at heavyweight?
Yeah, fucking not good. Not good.
I mean, heavyweight. They got some young talent coming in. Chris Dawkins and Tom Aspinall.
Yeah, they
You
need
know, they
it.
got some. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, they do.
surprised it's so hard to find heavyweights. You don't have to cut weight. It's like the
Yeah, but
shittiest part about fighting.
you're also fighting the biggest fucking guys, and I think that. I mean, how
Yeah.
many guys do you know that weigh 230 pounds that are in good shape?
Well, yeah, I mean that's just it. There's just
Because if
not that
once you're
many
in good
guys.
shape, you're usually not at 230 pounds,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
unless
you
you're
know,
gone.
yeah, I mean, obviously, or Francis, right? I mean, the guy's fucking shredded, still 250.
Hmm.
Fuck, that's so big.
So big. It was weird that we'll talk about it in a bit here, but I thought it was weird that Cyril made Derek look kind of small in there. Not small, but he
And
didn't like Derek
he
didn't look
muscled
big.
him. He
He
muscled him.
muscled him. He muscled him up against the cage. I was like, oof, that's not good. That's not good.
No, it was terrible. And Derek Lewis is always the guy that's like, oh, fucking jujitsu's not even real. Just stand up. Right. And he does
Yeah.
it. Like when he picks guys up, he's just like, okay, I'm going to get up now. And he lifts them and then gets up. But
Yeah.
you could tell that in the clinch, he was not the stronger guy.
No, no.
And
And
I
I
don't
mean,
think,
not the most technical either.
no, but
Like,
he's always been able to out muscle guys, even though he's not as technical. Right. He's
yeah.
fucking strong. And it did not show in this fight.
No, no, it didn't.
I
We,
mean,
we're gonna have to talk about Serial's history because, like, how long has he been training for?
apparently like
Three,
4 years or something.
4 years. There's no way, man. There's no way. There's just no way you can be that good after 4 years of training.
Well, apparently he was trained what's it called? Muay Thai before.
That's probably yeah. That explains the clinch because his clinch looked really tight and good, and I was like, man, that's like more of a veteran thing for guys to be
His
really good
Muay
at the
Thai
clinch.
record, he had his first Muay Thai fight in 2014
All right,
and his
I was gonna
first
say.
MMA fight in 2018.
Mhm. I
So,
just knew that he had to have some sort of martial arts background. There's no way that
oh
he
yeah.
just started fighting 4 years ago.
I mean 2014 that's like 8 years ago almost.
Yeah,
And I'm sure so he had his first fight then and you know he was training for at least a year probably. So we'll say he started training 9 years ago. 8 years
yeah,
ago even.
man,
So,
he
I mean,
is.
still super impressive, right? The movement that he has is probably the best movement a heavyweight's ever had.
He's so fast. He's so fast, and he's so big, and he's got the gas tank. He's a shitty matchup for literally anybody. Anybody.
He's a problem, man.
He's going to be a real problem for Francis. That is a terrible matchup. I'm probably going to pick Gane in that fight. I
Yeah.
just think he's so good at defense. He's so fast. He, and I'm sure he can take a punch even when he does get hit.
He
Like
doesn't get
I
hit.
just he doesn't get hit,
He's
but it
got
just he's so fast, man. Like Derek
yeah,
couldn't even get close to him.
no, but Derek Lewis looked like shit. That was a terrible matchup for him. A guy the best guy with the best movement in the heavyweight division and the guy with probably the worst movement.
Yeah,
I mean, Derek Lewis is always flat-footed, and I didn't like this matchup at all. Like I figured that this was going to happen basically exactly how it happened. I wasn't sure that Cyril was going to be able to get a finish, but I mean,
yeah.
he shut
Dude,
Lewis down, right? He threw like one strike in the first round, two in the second round, and fucking five in the third round or something stupid like that. Like
yeah.
completely
After
outclassed him.
that fourth leg kick in the second round, Derek had a pretty shitty reaction to that leg kick. And then right after that, Cyril started really putting it on him because he was like, "Oh fuck, that hurt you, didn't it?" And then he just started, once you take that leg away, a lot of his power is gone, and you can get
Yeah.
a little more risky with it. But it was cool to see him get a finish too. A lot of people have criticism that he's a little bit of a boring fighter, and I mean, I don't know, I kind of share that criticism, but it's also
I think he's
because
really exciting. I think it's I think it's very technical and I like watching him fight. The way he neutralizes people from the outside like that. Um,
yeah,
it's going to be a tough fight against Francis because I don't think Francis will be as cautious as Lewis was, and Francis is much faster, I think, and hits harder. But Gane's obviously trained with Francis before, right? They were sparring partners, so he knows,
yeah,
you know. But who's improved more in the last 2 years?
yeah. It's gonna be tough to say.
I mean,
I don't know,
Francis has
man.
looked unstoppable in his last 5 fights or 6 fights.
Yeah, but Cyril just, I mean, he's just done it. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna be picking Cyril for that fight. Cyril, Cyril,
Cyril, Cyril,
Cyril, Cyril,
yeah, no eel, just Cyril.
Cyril. Sorry about
Honey Nut Cereal.
honey nut cereal. Um, yeah, no, super impressive performance. Honestly, like as close to flawless as it gets
Yeah,
against.
Dana gave him
know,
a bonus because the reporter there, what's his
yeah,
name? The guy that always gets the first question. Did you see that?
Morgan. Yeah, John
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, what do you think about Cyril performance? Why didn't he get a bonus?" And Dana's like, "Oh, yeah, no, he gets a bonus too. Fuck it."
Yeah, fuck it. He gets 50K.
Yeah.
He's like, great, more than my purse. Nice.
Yeah, doubled up on the purse. Woo.
Yeah. Tripled up on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind
Um
of cool, right? When a fighter can go in and literally he can make 50K or he might make 150K. Don't get me wrong. The flat rate is always better. And that's the way it should be. But it's got to be a cool feeling when a fighter does leave after the fight and they're like, fuck, man, I made a fair bit of change tonight. It's not always going to be like that, but it's probably got to be a cool feeling knowing that you could have made 50, but you made 150, you know?
yeah, I wouldn't mind just making
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Apparently he made 400 grand
Yeah, I guess there was a belt on the line.
plus pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view points.
Derek
Wow.
Lewis made 500
Really? I thought they would have paid him more.
plus pay-per-view maybe.
Maybe he got a bigger chunk of the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Huh.
who knows? I mean, he was the star, I think, right?
Yeah. Not
Like
at the end of the night, but
no.
before.
No, it was a pretty rough performance, honestly. Like he didn't look good.
Yeah.
He didn't land
No.
one strike hardly the whole fight. Looked timid the whole time.
I wonder if he's going to retire soon, or he just truly doesn't care about the belt and just wants to fight for cash, you know?
Well, he just had a title shot.
Yeah.
Like, why would he retire? He's just now making $500,000 every time he shows up, right? Like,
I think he's been making pretty good money for a while.
yeah, but I think he spends it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's talking about how he
100%.
owns a bunch of cars and shit now, and I'm just like, oh yeah, you're gonna be broke. He's got like
You're gonna be
17 kids.
broke.
He's talking about how his kids all just. He's like, you know how expensive Air Jordans are? You can buy 6 pairs of Air Jordans. I was like,
Fuck.
oh damn.
That's not good. All right, what'd you think of Jose Aldo's performance?
I thought it was fucking insane. He looked so good. Uh, yeah, I don't. I mean, the way he was checking leg kicks was absolutely masterful, considering that Pedro Munhoz is one of the best leg kickers in the game. He fucked up his last opponent's legs base really bad, Jimmy Rivera. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, Jose, man, Jose digs the body. He was aggressive. I mean, hats off to Munoz. He was in the fight the whole time. He was never out of the fight, but he wasn't. It didn't look like he was going to win through any point really. The first round was probably the closest, maybe the third round.
Mm-hmm.
But round two, man, that was a good round for Aldo. He looked really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Classic Jose Aldo, man. I mean, I
yeah,
thought he was going to win that fight for sure, and he did. He was just way faster,
yeah.
and the way he rips the body, man. Oh, oh,
He's got some masterclass striking, you know. He
he
truly
does.
does. He's so exciting to watch. He's just so explosive, athletic, fast, and he even like older. I mean, the guy's been fighting forever. I can remember like in grade. I was in grade 8. I would have been in like 2005, right? No, 2008. 2008. And I remember like watching the fights at my buddy's house, and everybody was calling him like the mini Fedor. I think that was his. I can't remember, but everybody was calling him the mini Fedor. It's like, man, he's been fighting for that long. Like just, and he was fighting before that. It's just wild that he's still on the top of his game, and he's cutting more weight, looking like he's got really good cardio, learning later on in his career. Like just you know, I'm trying not to to bet on emotions anymore. And I love Jose, and I normally would have bet on him, but I was like, I just think Pedro's gonna be able to tough it out and just kind of put a pace on him. Wasn't the case though, man. Wasn't the case at all. Super
Hmm.
impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he became the WEC champion after his what he won. He won 6 in a row in the WEC, and then he beat Mike Brown for the championship in 2009.
2009.
And then he got the
Yeah.
UFC belt in 2011.
Hmm.
So he's been the champion since from 2009 up until he lost to Conor McGregor, then won the belt again, and he's still been fighting guys in the top 5 the whole time. Every guy he's fought has been in the top 5.
Yeah.
That's fucking. He has had a hell of a resume, like that. A really hard, um,
Yeah.
a really hard resume to, basically, except for Pedro Munhoz, he was ranked number 9, but still, a title challenger basically, or the
Hmm.
next best thing.
Yeah. Fuck all these guys. Let Aldo beat the shit out of Sterling.
I mean, I don't
He-
know. Like, do you think he'll ever challenge for the belt again?
well, he's got to win one more time. And I mean, who knows, right? It's just murderers row at the top 5 there.
Man, I want to see him fight Dillashaw.
That's a cool fight. That's a cool fight. I'd love to see that.
I mean,
I don't think.
Could he beat Corey Sandhagen?
Frick, man. I don't know.
I didn't think TJ would, and TJ did. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, Jose Aldo, I can't underestimate him.
No, no, you can't.
He looks so good.
I think Rob Font would be a tough matchup for Jose. I was pretty impressed with Rob Font's last performance of versus Cody. It's just murder. Like the thing is, like it's just so hard to get through the top 5. Like if you have to fight like 2 top 5s to get to the belt, good fucking luck. You know, like what you want to do is you want to like have some momentum and then fight somebody once and then get a title shot. You know, like I
Yeah.
don't. It's tough to.
Ideally,
And
but I mean, if you're the best, you're gonna have to fight those guys as a champion anyway, right? So
well, yeah, but you could make 2
ideally,
million to do it, or you could
um,
make 200K. That's my point.
yeah, true. I mean, it's crazy. Different guys. I mean, Tony Ferguson was fighting guys forever to get a title shot, or you get
Yeah,
Jose Aldo, went down, lost, and then got a title shot.
yeah. A lot of Tony was just a victim of shitty circumstances.
Yeah,
Just terrible luck that guy had.
yeah,
Um,
he did.
it was just one thing after another for him. But so do you think he gets that TJ fight? I don't think TJ is interested. I think TJ only cares about the belt.
I mean, TJ did just win, so I mean, he's going to be going for the belt, but that belt might not. They might not fight till December. TJ is going to sit till April. I don't know about that.
Yeah, and the thing is,
Plus,
like,
I guarantee you, TJ thinks he can beat Jose Aldo.
yeah, for sure he does, for sure. But like, he almost had the attitude that he should be fighting for a belt right away. You know?
He almost should be, right? I mean, other than the fact that he cheated, so I don't really give
Uh,
a fuck. But if a guy gets stripped of his belt right? Like John Jones, right? He came back and he got a title shot immediately. And then TJ came back, beat a top 5. He should get a title shot now.
The only thing that doesn't like I just picture him getting KO'd by Henry Cejudo. So I know he didn't lose his 135-pound belt, but he still lost a fight. And then like it just seems weird to me. I'm not saying that I'm right. I just think it's different than John Jones because he didn't lose.
Yeah.
TJ had just lost to Henry Cejudo on steroids or EPO, whatever. And so I don't feel bad for the guy the slightest. Not in the slightest.
Yeah, I
And the
don't
thing
feel
is, you
bad
don't want
for
to
him.
wait. Like I don't want it to be decided who's going to be fighting for the bantamweight belt for the next like year and a half. You know, like because if it's like, all right, well these guys might fight in December, and then TJ is going to get the next fight. Barring no injuries. It's just like I don't like it when guys wait around like that, especially you at 35 years old. Like I think you should stay busy, but whatever.
Yeah, but I guarantee you he thinks he's like, "Hey man, I never lost my belt. I came back, I beat the guy."
Yeah,
Right? That was probably the toughest fight to come back to other than Jan or, you
maybe
know,
Font.
maybe Font.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think Font's less proven than Sandhagen.
he is, but
So,
he's looked pretty damn unstoppable lately.
he did. Yeah, he looked really good in his last fight.
And he also beat the piss out of Marlon Moraes. I mean, everybody has, but
I
still,
just think that Corey Sandhagen was you know, like people are really high on that kid
yeah,
and he's good, right?
yeah. I just if the belt was open and TJ was there, I'd be like, yeah, TJ should fight for the belt. But it's just weird because Aljamain is a little bitch, so he's kind of ruining everything here. There's no way Aljamain sniffs a title shot without winning twice after he loses to Piotr Jan. There's no way. I think Dana hates him for what he did, and he's gonna make him pay for it.
It took a while to get that title shot as it was.
Yeah, exactly.
And then with what he did to it,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not like it was his fault, but
No, I know. It's just you know what I mean. Like we all know there was a little bit of drama there, a little bit of acting going on. I'm not justifying it. I just think like you know people don't like that shit. People like the Anthony Smith route.
and
That's
then
what
the
they
fact
like.
that he went and he's like, "Oh, well, you know what? I'll just get surgery."
Yeah,
Which I mean, you
yeah,
know what? If you need it, you need it, right?
yeah, yeah. No,
I
for
wouldn't
sure. It's
I
just it's
wouldn't
just
want to
little things that the fans they just don't really.
they all add up.
They don't. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Plus the fact that he's like talking about how he was beating Jan and this and that, and I'm just like,
we
well,
all
I
knew
mean,
what was going to happen.
you
We all
did.
knew what was coming.
I think he did win the first round,
It doesn't
just
matter.
pure activity. But I mean, yeah, it was that fight was turning.
Look at that. It was turning fast. He was spending all the time on his back, like just, oh, I fell. Oh, you hurt me. Oh, I'm on my back again. Like, Jesus.
He did do a bit of flopping, didn't he?
Oh, fuck yeah, he did. The fight was done, in my opinion. But, you know, it's whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm excited for that rematch. I think Piotr Jan's going to beat the living shit out of him. And, TJ will then get knocked out by Piotr Jan.
Yeah, maybe.
I think so. I think so. Piotr's got it all, man. He's got it all. How old is he?
I don't think he's that old.
I don't think he is either.
No, I think he's young enough that he could be champ for a bit, but it's just that's the toughest division. So I mean, I don't know if anyone will be champ for a long time there, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I love his style though. He kind of reminded me of like Rafael Fiziev a tiny bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they do train together.
Yeah.
Just kind of relentless.
Relentless.
Jan just seems like a boogeyman kind of, right? Like he's just gonna keep going. You might hit him, you're gonna hit him, you're gonna hit him, but he's like, I'm just gonna keep on going forward and punch you.
Yeah.
And
Like
you will
really
fall.
good takedown defense. Also has a super high guard.
Yeah.
Really powerful, like randomly fast and powerful when he wants to be. Like just can't take him down.
Got a good chin.
Good chin.
Probably got a fucking hog.
Oh, he's got a hog. For sure he does. Russian hogs.
Okay, so what else you want to talk about on this? I mean, I guess we already did a little bit, but yeah, I'd like to see Jose Aldo fight TJ. Fuck it, that's a good, like you were saying. I mean, neither one of them should sit out if they're both healthy. Fight on the same card
TJ's
as
probably
the.
not though. I think TJ's got some injuries.
Oh yeah, he fucked up his knee, right?
Yeah.
So he might just he might just stay out until the Jan Aljamain fight is over, right? And be perfect timing
Mhm.
for him to come back for the title shot.
And I mean, if that's the case, you could do Jose versus Corey Sandhagen or Jose versus Rob Font.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
Rob Font deserves another big name or a big name.
He does, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So many
Definitely.
exciting matchups, man. Oh,
Yeah.
that
Uh
top five in the 135-pound division is just murders.
it is, man.
I
It is
you know what's I literally pick the top five guys to beat the champion.
all
Eh,
5.
I think I pick all five to beat the champion. I hate maybe it's just because I hate Aljamain. I don't know. But I think they'd all beat him up.
I don't know. I mean, Corey
Obviously Sandhagen
Sandhagen
just got choked out like not too long ago.
in
But
a minute. So,
in a
like,
minute, yeah.
I don't know if you're right about that.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
And then TJ fucking controlled him pretty easily on the ground too, or well, not controlled him, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Held
So
onto his back.
I think that I think Aljamain could beat TJ potentially.
Hmm.
What's Rob Font's ground game like, right? Like, I mean, Aljamain, you got to remember, just because he wasn't able to take down Jan doesn't mean he can't do it to 99% of other fucking guys.
I just always assume the top five know how to grapple sufficiently, you know?
I mean, they should,
Should.
but
But
again,
yeah,
like I
yeah.
just said, he choked out Sandhagen in a minute.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, that was impressive. Wouldn't
and that
happen
was his,
again.
you know, I mean, I guess that was 2 wins ago now, not his
Yeah.
last win.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
What about Vicente Luque?
man, motherfucker's got a Darce on him.
Yeah, he does.
I talked about that in in the last podcast too, about
Yeah, he
watch out
did.
for how sick his Darce is because he is got a
Yeah.
nasty one. And sure enough, I mean, I that's why I was betting so heavily on Vicente Luque. He was basically the staple point in almost all of my parlays, um,
Hmm.
and I thought that Chiesa could win, but I thought about how good Vicente Luque is at grappling and how much better he is at striking. And Luque, I mean, he finishes every fight, and Chiesa is not a finisher really. I mean, he is kind of, but he's not like Luque. And I saw more ways to win for Luque, and I didn't think that Chiesa was just going to be able to control him for 3 rounds like Luque makes you fight,
Yeah.
and he's yeah, that's
It
why
was
I
looking
was
a
just
little
really
scary
confident.
there. It was
Yeah,
looking a
I was
little
just
scary there for a moment.
yeah, I guess. I
Yeah.
mean, I thought that he looked really good, and then when it hit the ground in the scrambles, he looked really good, and then that last scramble, he got him in that Darce. I guess it wasn't even a Darce. I heard it. Someone else was saying it might have been a different kind of choke, but it looked like a Darce to me.
Looked like a Darce to me. I don't
Yeah.
know. Either way.
Either way, super impressive, man. He's got a hell of a squeeze
Yeah.
on him.
Yeah, he's becoming a problem.
Yeah,
He
it's
is
crazy that
becoming a
Stephen
problem.
Thompson just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, no doubt, right? And I'd probably
He,
still pick that to happen, you know.
yeah,
Maybe the rematch would go differently, but I don't know.
yeah.
Stephen Thompson's still Stephen Thompson.
Yeah, I mean Gilbert Burns was able to beat him, so you never. I mean Burns is more of a grappler, obviously. I think Burns and Luque are training partners,
Yeah, they are.
so he's obviously fluent in grappling, right? He's grappling with a fucking monster like Burns all the time.
So who does Vicente fight now? I mean, he's not going to fight Burns. Colby's fighting for the belt. I think Vicente's got to fight Leon.
Jorge Masvidal, man.
I mean, that's good. It'll build your name up, but he's actually ranked in front of Jorge.
And he's going to be farther in front of him now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Like
I
that
mean, I
might
don't know.
not be
I'd
the.
call out Burns if he,
Well,
but I
that's the
don't know
thing.
if he.
I don't know if they.
Yeah, because Colby's fighting Usman. Leon Edwards is like, who's he gonna fight?
He's the new Tony Ferguson.
Leon should fight Burns.
Yeah, I think they were talking that shit on Twitter. Maybe that'll happen.
That's a good fight.
That is a good fight.
I don't know
So
who I favor in that one.
I think I favor Edwards in that fight. I
I
think it
mean,
would be a stand-up fight.
yeah, but I think that Burns
got to
could,
give it to
could
Burns.
grapple him.
I don't know. Could he? I think Leon's got pretty good wrestling. You know?
Yeah, but does he have as good as Burns? Like Burns is this monster on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say.
I think he would try, but I mean, also, people forget how good Leon Edwards' clinch game is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Super good clinch game, really good elbows. He could slow the fight down and grapple that way too, right? So
Yeah, he's in a similar situation. Like, it's so shitty to sit out. And that's why it sucks when champions sit out for so long. Like, I just want them all to fight every 3 months, you know?
man, it'd be nice. I think the sport.
Yeah.
The problem is the turnover would be too quick, right? Because I guess you could just bring more guys in, but if you had guys fighting more often, it would be fucking awesome.
They need to. Oh, yeah, we're beating a dead horse, but man, they need a division every 10 pounds. I don't know why the fuck it hasn't happened. You know? So dumb. Like every card could technically have two belts on the line. Every single one.
Well,
Easily.
what do they have? They have how many belts are there right now?
2, 6, 10, 14. Is that right? No.
We'll say 13 or 14, depending on whether you count women's featherweight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you got 14, is there, 45 cards a year? So, I mean, if each guy fought twice.
Yeah, they'd have to fight 3 times, 3.5 times.
3 times.
Yeah, but if you had 16 champions, or how much would there be then if you had
I don't even think they need to do it every 10 pounds. Just the big 75. One, you do 55, 65, 75, 85. And then you could do like
you could 95. Do 95.
You could do 95 and then like I don't know if you want 95 and 205 and then heavyweight, right? I don't know.
Might be tough to fill that.
Like what about a cruiserweight, right? Like I don't know if they want to do that either. 220 pounds or something.
You start with 65 and 75, 85. Or sorry, 65, 75. That's what you start with. See how it goes. It needs to happen. There's so much potential. Like everybody's that size. Humans, we're all in that range. Most of us.
That's why 55 is so deep.
Yeah.
And 70.
Like 65 would fill up in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah. Well, you got guys that lightweight that are like we were just talking about. Rafael Fiziv's not even ranked.
Yeah.
So you might have some guys go from 55 to 65. You'd have some guys go from 70 to 65 and some guys from 70 to 75.
Yeah.
And then maybe you'd have like a Robert Whittaker or a Gastelum go to 75 instead of 85. I mean, probably not Gastelum.
Gastelum would probably go to 95.
Yeah. But you know what I mean, right? Like there's some smaller middleweights that could fill that gap. Darren Till, he could be a 75er.
Yeah. What did I hear somebody say the other day? Like he's built like a Brinks truck with a head on it. It's like that's Kelvin Gastelum.
Yeah. The backyard shed.
Yeah.
Or what I called him a fridge last time, I think.
Yeah, fridge.
He's built like a fridge with just a rock head on top.
Yeah.
He does have a giant melon, hey? Like just built.
I mean, he's got an advantage. You can't knock him out.
No, built for taking shots.
Yeah, built for
it. Yeah, built for taking a beating.
Yeah. And not cutting weight.
Kevin Lee called out Mike Perry. Hopefully they do that. That'd be sick.
Why doesn't he just shut the fuck up and fight that Sean Brady guy?
He doesn't want to fight him.
I wouldn't either. Sean Brady's gonna beat his ass.
Kevin Lee sees holes in his game.
Yeah. Oh God. I'd probably favor him to beat Mike Perry. I'd favor most UFC fighters to beat Mike Perry, unfortunately.
Yeah, nowadays he just like he fucking
He's gonna make a comeback. He'll do it.
I don't know.
The comeback.
He's almost taking too much brain damage. Like his chin probably won't be what it was if he just keeps going like this.
He needs Ronda Rousey's coach. That's who he needs.
Head movement.
Head movement. That's what he needs. And a new girlfriend in the corner. All right. Was that all the fights? Tisha Torres, Angela Hill. Angela Hill kind of let me down. That was upsetting.
Yeah, Tisha Torres looked good, man.
She did.
She's fucking tough.
Yeah.
Got Angela
chasing. I thought it would be at least closer.
Running into shots.
It wasn't even that close.
Looking back on it, why did I pick Angela Hill? Because I picked Angela Hill and I was like, you know what? I think she's going to be able to keep at range with Tisha Torres. And then I remembered Tisha Torres, like all of her losses are to champions.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. She lost to Rose. She lost to Zhang Weili. She lost to Jessica Andrade and Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And Marina Rodriguez, who is also fucking legit. And that's it.
Yeah, it's Murderer's Row right there.
So I don't know why, like how I let that slip through. I thought.
And then you think of who Angela's been beating. It's not it's not near the competition.
This one, look, in hindsight, this one's so easy to pick because I also don't see. I thought Tisha was on like a 5-fight losing streak. I got her confused with someone else.
Well, she did lose 2 in a row, but she fights so often. That's what I thought too. Yeah. And then no, she's on a 3-fight winning streak right now.
Yeah, but she lost to the champ. Well, not the champ now. She lost to Zhang and Marina Rodriguez, who is fucking legit.
Yeah.
I don't know why I picked Angela Hill.
Oh yeah, see, Tisha lost to, she lost to Joanna, Jessica in a row, and then Marina, Weili Zhang. Yeah, 4 in a row she was on, and now she's on 3 in a row.
I know. I don't know why I picked. Like it just.
Yeah. No doubt. She's on. I picked Angela too.
I don't know why I did though. Like looking back on it, I don't know. I'm sure I got her mixed up with someone else because I was like, oh, she's on like a big losing streak, but she's already lost 1-2 in a row, and that was to fucking Murderer's Row. Yeah,
I remember Angela kind of impressing me in some of her performances. She was just kind of like, her movement was good, her striking seemed good. I don't know.
Against like Ashley Yoder though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I just didn't really realize the difference in competition they've had because it's totally opposite.
Yeah.
And then Song Yadong.
Yadong let me down. I thought he was gonna lose to Kenny.
Yeah, I picked him to win, but it was close. He didn't gas out. That was nice.
No, he looked patient. He was hitting hard. Yeah, it was a good enough fight. Did that get fight of the night or no?
I think it did. Maybe. I can't remember. They both looked really good. Honestly, it was a good fight. It's just.
Oh no, Bobby Green versus Bobby Green and Fiziev got fight of the night.
Yeah, no, that was a good fight. That deserves.
Yeah, if you would have picked Bobby Green, you would have got tons of points.
Yeah. I guess I'll do better next week or the week after, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't have a whole lot of time. I was pretty busy, but I
honestly, I didn't fucking do super well either, honestly.
Yeah.
I kind of shit the bed. Which fucking.
Did you have a Song winning that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Casey's just fucking. He was pissed. Like pissed off. Like you can't be that pissed off if it's that close of a fight. Nobody can. I don't even think Song could have been that pissed off if he would have lost.
Yeah, I mean, it was a close enough fight, right?
Yeah. You got to beat. You got to finish. Get those finishes.
Yeah, don't never leave it in the hands of the judges.
Yeah, it's just that easy, right?
Yeah. Jessica Penne got 190 points. That's fucking sick.
Nice. Not for me.
Yeah, Brett Johns got 134. We're just talking about our MMA fantasy league here. It's so much fun.
It's
Nate
cool.
was getting on the liquor on Saturday and fucking just.
I was like, you're not even making sense, mate.
No, I know.
And also, like, I don't know any of these guys, so I'm like, I'm not really saying much. And they're just, I find it's hard to keep up with the conversation because there's so much going on, and I'm trying to watch the fights.
Yeah, no. Sometimes the guys they go too hard. I usually just talk in between fights. Sometimes, fuck it.
Yeah.
Usually only if I'm winning.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Just to chirp a few guys.
Yeah. All right. Any
buddy.
news? Any MMA news?
Yeah, I don't know. I was looking at some shit online, but nothing really crazy has popped up. What was it? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Mike Perry might fight Kevin Lee. That'd be hilarious.
Huh.
Is John Jones gonna ever fight or what?
Dude, John Jones is gonna come back and he's gonna get his ass kicked. He's out too long. Like, look at his performances before he left. He's gonna lose. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. And it's gonna be shitty because it's just gonna be like, wow, you could have been untouchable as far as like the GOAT, you know? And he is still pretty untouchable, don't get me wrong. But like, he could have been so far ahead in every aspect of fighting that he could have been the GOAT of MMA for literally forever. But it's just gonna, to me, it just feels like wasted talent, you know?
I don't know if you can say wasted talent, considering he's probably at the top of everyone's GOAT list.
But I'm saying, like, he could have fought 15 more times easily right now if he had just done things right, or even just not gotten suspended, not stood out for 3 years because you don't get paid 20 million instead of 15 million. Like, I don't know. I don't know. So TJ got a meniscus bucket handle tear, a lateral meniscus tear, and a PCL tear. Almost everything. But he's like, I'm just glad it wasn't ACL. He's looking at a 3-month recovery. And he's looking for a title fight at the beginning of next year. So I don't know if he's super interested in that Jose Aldo fight.
Yeah, definitely not. But again, that title will not be defended early next year, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think
fight
so.
for at least another 3 months.
I thought it was scheduled for I thought it was into September. Oh, I guess I'm wrong.
I think it's in December.
Fucking December? I bet that's fucking Aljamain's doing. God, I hate that guy. All right.
Just hate that guy.
I'm just not down with him, you know?
Fedor Emelianenko's fighting.
That's cool.
Tim Johnson.
All right, let's wrap this up. There's nothing all that exciting going on.
Are you sure?
Well, we're just looking at computer screens here, so it's probably not the most entertaining shit.
All right, well, we'll be back next week to break down the what is it, UFC Fight Night with who's headlining that one? Kelvin Gastelum versus Jared Cannonier. Probably going to be adding some more fights on there, but there's a couple good ones. Alexander Pantoja versus Brandon Royval. That'll be a banger.
Ooh, I like that fight.
Yeah, Clay Guida versus Mark Madsen, Olympic wrestler versus The Carpenter. Hopefully they add some stuff to there because it is mediocre at best.
Yeah.
The way it's been, like, they seem to add fights so late nowadays. Like, I don't know if it's just because the pandemic still or what, but It seems like they
Yeah.
never have fight cards filled up until like right before the actual fight is.
Yeah. Just got to always be ready.
Yeah, they're
Always
just
be
pulling up
ready.
just pulling up all the kids from the local fucking MMA undergrounds.
Yeah.
All right, you want to make $4,000? Come on,
Yeah.
get up here. It's an
Could-
opportunity.
You could make 8. You just got to
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, you got to win. If you have a sick knockout, change your bum life. $50,000
Yeah.
right there. All right. Okay. Well, thanks a lot for listening, guys. Don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe on the YouTube. Check us out on all of your podcast platforms, obviously, and we'll see you in 7 days.